national championship game. Ewers lobs it up, and it is incomplete. Intended for Mitchell. Elijah Jackson had the coverage.
Lineman comes in. Play action. End zone. There it is! Unbelievable! The two-point try is good, and it's Taylor Decker. Goff gets rid of it. Incomplete! And now the Cowboys maintain their lead.
What an unbelievable weekend of football. Interesting to see your daily sports podcast, news, narratives, takes, and gambling. I am back after my holidays, the D-A-Z-E holidays. Get it? Thanks for joining me in the New Year's episode's coming out a little late. It is what it is. We're all feeling it. Back to work on Tuesday morning. The Detroit Football Lions against the Dallas Cowboys. Ring of Honor night in Dallas. And, of course, that means that the Cowboys got a little home cooking from the officials. Could read all about it. Ineligible, reporting that ref has been not quite demoted, but basically demoted. Let's watch Jared Goff here. So, 2-point conversion, no good because of a penalty. Then they go for it. It's an offside, so they move back 5, and they move up 2.5. So here they are, 4.5 yards to go, or whatever it ended up being. Watch Jared Goff not set his feet on the throw. Just watch him not set his feet on the throw. Just like, hey, Jared, just like stand in the pocket. Watch him, like, you're supposed to back foot planted, step into the throw. He's like, I don't know. Missed that throw up all night. The Dallas Cowboys look like they're going to secure the 2 seed unless the Washington Commanders screw it up for them by winning a game next weekend. The Commanders will probably be under very strict orders to lose the ball game. Michigan and Washington win incredibly close games. That Michigan-Alabama game sucked. That was just a boring football game. Michigan probably should have won by... It shouldn't have come down to the overtime the way that it did, but their special teams are a joke. My God, they kept them in games. Holy crap. Very close. Washington's got the best quarterback left in the college football playoff by a lot. They also have the best receiver. I don't know. Maybe it'll be a good game. My guess will be like most college football games this year. Close but bad. That's how most of them have been. Close but bad. Deion Sanders was reported saying that he wants more privacy at Colorado next season. That's cool. So that happened. But what everyone's talking about right now is this Jason Whitlock tweet. So here's Jason Whitlock. He is Christian, period. Growth requires sacrifice, period. You want to look at his bio? Here it is. Growth requires capital S sacrifice, ignorance, perversion, pride, ingratitude, and cowardice thwart. Those are all capitalized. Thwart is not the verb. Capital S sacrifice, period. Fearless. No period. Christian, growth requires sacrifice. Ignorance, perversion, pride, ingratitude, and cowardice thwart sacrifice. They thwart sacrifice. So this is him. He has in the past worked for like Fox or something. He has 750,000 followers on Twitter. He was a big deal at Fox. He's very fat, and he wears a hat. Yesterday, he tweeted about how he was upset about the ads on ESPN's website. Quote, I'm looking at NFL. This is him getting mad at ESPN.com. This is what's funny about this. So Jason does not like ESPN.com. He fancies himself a bit of a contrarian, kind of a Joe Roganite kind of guy. I'm looking at NFL standings on ESPN.com. This is the ad running above the standings. How is this possible? Question mark. Appropriate? Question mark. The ad on his screen running above the standings is balls deep inside of me is a great way to spend your birthday. So Jason, who works in media, apparently not very. I'm just going to go ESPN. Hold on. ES. Thank you. Hold on. My keyword, ESPN.com. Let's just do it. ESPN.com. Come on, Internet. You can do it. So here's ESPN.com. And my direct marketing ads are for Nike shoes and hockey gloves because I just bought. There are Nike hockey gloves? What? Hold on. We'll investigate that for later. That's really. Look how clean that is. That is sick. Anyway, so my direct marketing ads are for hockey gloves and shoes, and Jason Whitlock's is for happy birthday, him, husband, boyfriend, birthday decorations, balls deep inside of me is a great way to spend your birthday. Jason, do we not know how algorithms and search histories work? Big day for booths. The Winter Classic, Seattle, happened at the new baseball stadium, which is sick. The Seattle Kraken win 3-0, but Paul Bissonnette Biz Nasty with his Kraken scarf gets into a fight with the Kraken mascot, and then they drop the gloves and shake the hands. It's excellent content. Love to see it. But the real story from the booth comes via College Game Day with McAfee. I think Jason Holloway. Is it Jason Holloway? The receiver guy. And Reese Davis and Herb Street. So let's watch this. This is insanity. I love this video so much.
Michigan has allowed 195 all
the hell is that? Stealth bomber right there. Oh my God. Look at that, bro. That's crazy.
They just roll B-roll of a stealth bomber.
Did you see that? Yeah. Love that. Love it.
I was going to say, it's not as quiet as you would think.
Right. Yeah, not too stealthy.
It's very loud.
They have to turn that off. Yeah.
Or it can get quiet.
They want it to be. Yeah. It's really, really quiet.
Why am I listening to you two?
Michigan has
Everybody, all of them, boys will be boys, are like, whoa, stealth bomber. They're like, this is a stealth bomber. Listen to Nick Saban talk about the play call, and he's getting a little sappy. I think he's about to hang it up, guys. Let's take a listen.
You know, I don't look at it necessarily from winning and losing. You won the championship, you didn't win the championship. As a coach, you're always trying to get your team to improve and be the best that they can be. And I think this team probably improved from the South Florida game and the Texas game early in the season as much as any team I've ever coached. That's why I think, for me as a coach, maybe not for everybody else, it was one of the teams that I always remember most and be the most proud of.
Yeah, I feel like I think he's getting a little sappy. I think he's about to, and he's right. They should not have beaten Georgia. They should absolutely not have beaten Georgia. I think Georgia probably beats Michigan, but they didn't. That's not how it goes, and that's the way the cookie crumbles, man. Over the break, Joe Flacco continued his hot streak. Insane stuff from Thursday Night Football. Demolished the Jets, his former team, which is hilarious, of course. Elijah Moore, same thing, wide receiver for the Browns, had a big game. It was an 8:15 p.m. Thursday night kickoff, and Joe Flacco is an old man. So let's just watch what it's like on the sidelines for him after being up 20 against the Jets. Look at him. Look how tired he is. Look how tired he is. He's trying to take an old man nap. Look at him. He's falling asleep. He's like, God, I could use a cup of coffee right now. What a story this has become. Damar Hamlin was such a hot favorite to win Comeback Player of the Year because he died on the field in front of our eyes. But he's not a very good player. And it might be because he's freaked out about what happened to him, but it also just might be, it's unclear whether or not he was good before that. You know, so like now Joe Flacco just called up the street and he's kicking ass. It's tough not to consider him for that award, huh? So the SEC loses the college football player for those SEC alumni among us. Tough. But other than that, the SEC had a banner weekend. Is Michigan and Bama close? Yeah, but that's always been true for the SEC and the other conferences. What it has also been true is that the SEC's 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th best teams are probably your conference's 2nd, 3rd, or 4th best teams. So we have Missouri demolished Ohio State, and Ole Miss was very bored against Penn State. Like, oh, well, these teams have opt-outs. Yeah, well, LSU beat Wisconsin without the Heisman Trophy winner. Excuses. Like, who's the most important player in college football? Well, the quarterback of LSU, and then they still beat Wisconsin. Yeah, Ole Miss didn't have any opt-outs. I think Missouri or Penn State had 1 or 2 opt-outs. I think they're pass rusher, but Ole Miss didn't have any opt-outs because they have no draft picks with grades above the first 5 rounds. So, on one hand, no opt-outs. On the other hand, Ole Miss has no NFL talent that's eligible for the draft. None. Like, basically none. But the real story is that Iowa, man, they said some funny shit. I love Iowa. Iowa played a number of ranked opponents this year. I think they played Penn State and some other people. Iowa lost to ranked opponents this season by a combined score of 92-0. What? They lost by a combined score of 92-0, and they remain the funniest team in not just college sports, but in the history of sports, perhaps. There's a take from Barstool Sports' Brandon Walker, who's a legit college football talent and a Barstool douchebag, but Iowa is an amazing football program. Every year they have 2/3 of a national title level team because their absolute refusal to get the other third over high school quality never allows them to be actual contenders. They just refuse to play offense. They could be national championship contenders with like a receiver and a quarterback. They don't do it. They simply don't. They will not do it. They're never going to do it. It's absolutely hilarious and preposterous. Speaking of college football preposterousness, Jim Harbaugh let us know that Jesus would have been a 5-star player. That's a real fucking thing that he actually said at a press conference. I'm not sure Jesus was a ball player. I think Jesus was more of like a glee guy. I think Jesus was more of like a performer. Maybe he was like in a speech and debate or something. So, yeah. Russell Wilson, on getting benched, said that they asked him to take a $37 million pay cut or they would cut him. And they're like, what? No. I'm going to have to pass on that, Russ said. Whew. One more week of Sunday football. Man, that just is not. Where did the time go, man? Can't believe this is happening. Man, my goodness. Joe Flacco falling asleep on the sidelines. How can you not? How can you not love it, man? Nikola Jokic had a game recently where he scored 20-something points or 30, or I don't know, but the point of the stat is that he didn't miss a shot. How cool is that? It took a couple threes, too. Okay. All right. Back and better than ever tomorrow. Bye-bye.